So that just went from engineering and then that, and then it sort of like connects in my head, and then sonography itself as a job is demanding. I'm not saying that it's the easiest job in the world, but people think it is easy.
It's very demanding. So she usually calls me, and if I pick up the phone, sorry, if I pick up the phone, we do Maritesan first before we do the patient.
Hi, what time do you finish today?
Yeah.
Oh, what are you up to?
We just basically, like, she's asking me, oh, is patient thing ready? You know what, her schedule's da. And then, okay, can you ask her to drink a lot of water, da. I'm like, okay, yeah, we'll do. Okay, what are you doing after? Like, do you want to play tonight?
Yeah. What's for lunch?
Exactly. Those kind of things. It was just fun, like, working with her. Like, you know, like, how cool it is to be actually incorporating engineering tech to actually seeing healthcare and like seeing actually a human, and you're right, like it's helping people. It's a good
job satisfaction. I'm not gonna lie, like I've got bouquets from patients before, which is really nice. And you're like,
apart from that, how do you get satisfaction from your current job? Like, do you have to achieve this procedure, or do you have to do something very
yourself.
specific? Yeah, for yourself.
For myself,
like, personally, how would you think? What satisfies you?
What satisfies me? Okay. Look, I feel that this job is necessary for the society. Maybe,
definitely. Yeah.
Maybe there was one thing. So I never think, I'm not so much of an overthinker. I'm quite a simple-minded person. So until a friend of mine who actually recently going through miscarriage.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and it was a bad one. It was at like after 12 weeks. So and then I just studied. I never thought too much of it. This pays the bills. I have just to be professional at all times. But until she told me the other day, she's like, you know what? Your job is very valuable for people like us, like your personality. And you know what? We know that we lost the baby, but people like you with the delivery, like you're very kind to us. You really soften the blow. That you take your time with us. You give us a cup of hot tea to, like, you just have a pretty much a really big loss. And you know what, we like, you are appreciated. And then you know what, we're in a profession that we're not being told every day that we are appreciated. It's like it
that
has
is so true.
and it has to happen
Seldom.
Like, oh, why you haven't you doing it? Oh, you're doing a good job, or it's supposed to be like that kind of thing. So for me personally, until she told me that, she's like, oh wow, okay, this job is necessary. And then if that's one more soul that is feel helped or feel happy after I do the scan and stuff, then that's good enough reason to wake up to go to, I think. Like personally.
Oh my god, it's like a Miss Universe answer to like that question, isn't
very
it?
adorable.
Where's the camera? Oh, that's the camera. No. Like, honestly, I'm more like, I don't, there's too many shit things going on in the world. I'm sorry, please, peep that. I just
okay.
swear.
It's fine.
It's
It's
okay.
fine. It's okay.
I feel that
It's a podcast. It's
a
PG-13.
podcast,
Yeah.
and
You're just being yourself. That's okay.
You're just
All
being
good.
There's too many shit going on in the world, and 8 billion people on the planet. People are getting more and more selfish. And I don't know. I'd like to believe in kindness. Like, I believe in kindness. I believe. I presume kindness first, and then if people are like, people are mean to you, people are belittle you, nasty to you, you know what? I think as a sonographer, it helps me so much to see them as, oh my God, you're so hurt. What happened to you? Why do you want to hurt people? Kind of thing. That empathize rather than, oh my God, you're so rude. I'm gonna be rude to you back, like twice as much, kind of thing.
True.
So that sort of helped me a little bit.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm only human. Sometimes I'm like snap too. Like, sometimes oh my God, like, get lost or something like that. But I think this job, like nurse, like medical in general, really keeps us humble, and I think it's that value that it cannot be replaced by, I don't know, gold or like millions of dollars. Because you know what, I've always thought that, like, my parents is sometimes a bit like, planting all this seed in the head, blah blah blah. Said if you die, you don't bring money with you. You really don't. If you die, none of these go down with you. Really, it's just what you have done in your life, kind of thing. So is that a better job satisfaction for me? Yes, it is, because
Yeah, exactly.
that's when
You're
you're
making a
like,
difference.
I'm making a difference. That's
Yeah.
like, when I do the scan for this patient,
Yep.
I'm guiding her to the correct diagnosis and a correct treatment, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
Really.
but you know what? Going back to that, like saying, you're actually right. We don't hear that a lot, but if we
No.
do, it touches that. For me, it
So
touches my
much.
soul, not just
Yeah.
my heart, just my soul. It just go through you, because the thing is, like, we don't hear that as often as we should. Like, people
I
would
agree.
actually,
Yeah,
people would
agree.
actually tell me, like, your work is so hard. I don't know how you do it, but you guys are angels on earth.
Aw,
I know, right?
angels,
Thank you for whoever told me that.
Whoever told me that,
Yeah. But just the whole generic kind of thing of being in a medical field, it's just like it's very demanding, as you said. It's a tough job. It's not
It
for
is a tough-
everyone.
it's not for
I always
everyone.
say
definitely.
it's
Yeah.
it's not for
It takes a toll
everyone.
on you.
Yeah, exactly. And then even just one person tells you that makes the
all the
whole
years worth it.
exactly, like all your sacrifices, because like those who are actually demanding and who did you wrong, it's just that, like, this just goes out
Disappear.
to the,
It's just deleted. in the brain.
Exactly.
Delete.
yeah. And all you can think is that one person's kindness, and you can share that kindness to the world.
Exactly. Kindness is infectious.
Yeah,
And
there
like,
you go.
Hopefully that's the next pandemic then.
Drop it like it's hot.
Yeah, but kidding aside though, like
Yeah.
where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Given like you've been an engineer, now you're in healthcare.
You've done a lot.
5
in
years
that.
from now, what would it be like? What do you think it would be career wise?
I don't know. I don't think 5 days from now.
She just live it day by day.
I'm that type. I'm not a like.
Have you considered going
long-term
back to
planner.
your royalty life? Or
Or being the
Disclaimer,
princess.
I'm not a royalty. I'm nobody. Okay, nobody. Anyway,
But she's one of the person that we most appreciate in our books, guys.
Mm.
So-
Aw. You guys are too kind. I'm enjoying myself here, but
Yeah.
like, it's great that it's it's something actually good comes out from me, but it's actually I'm just an average person. I'm a nobody.
But if you think about it, like, what do you see yourself doing in 5 years? Like, maybe it just just like
it doesn't
out
have
of-
to be.
it doesn't have to be planned. It's something like your first thought in mind. Like 5 years from now, I'm seeing myself to be, the queen of Indonesia. There you
Well,
go.
Indonesia is not off the cards because
okay.
remember that I told you guys that family
yeah,
and blah, blah, blah.
yeah.
So I'm not too I mean, I'm not.
You're considering.
I'm considering. I'm not saying that I will be there
Yep.
full time, but part time. I don't know. Like maybe I do locum here, 2 months working here, and then 2 months off, and blah 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 stuff like that. But just because I wanted to spend as much time as possible with my parents in their they're in their mid-70s. It's quite, you never know, right? If we've always thought of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always thought of that about my parents anyway. So in the next 5 years, I'm not too sure. I always like to do something new. So I've been in sonography since 2017. So about 5 years now, and then qualified for 3. Yeah. So so I've been in this profession. I'll probably work more as a sonographer in the next 5 years. As in, I'm not stopping yet from sonography. There's still a lot of things that
What's next to it? Just out of curiosity.
Not sure. Maybe I'd like to have my own business like one day. Like I'm
okay.
not sure what.
It's like your own diagnostic center.
Yeah.
Oh,
can
not
you
really.
build-
Not in Australia.
Yeah,
like
but can you build a diagnostic center? Like, say, if
in Indonesia,
yeah.
it's not impossible. It's
Yeah,
not
as long as you have the
impossible.
resources.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Same,
it's not
same.
impossible. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that I definitely learn here, like in the medical system here in Australia, like or in Perth or in Geelong where I used to work.
Yep.
There's definitely a lot of stuff that can be used to just enhance medical care in Indonesia. Like
Yeah.
not even just system really. Like I think some systems can be copied to make some
Improvement.
improvements in Indonesia, and then that's like that's that's possibly like an area that I could work on. But again, I'm just seeing things as is, as is. I'd never think too long. But I've always liked something new. Like I picked up golf recently.
Golf.
Yeah, I
Golf,
saw
yeah.
her. I saw her.
So I do
stories,
golf
yeah.
Tuesdays now. So I've always thought that how badminton, we like it's quite a cardio sport, right?
It
Like
is,
it is a quite cardio sport. I was just thinking, in 20 years I won't be able to be this agile, so I have to find a less agile sport. And then
Oh, she's also competitive, guys. Very competitive.
Not now. Like I used to be, I think, more competitive than now. But I picked up golf every Tuesday. Like there's an introduction. And it was quite fun. And I thought there's a lot of there's less cardio involved. It's sort of like techniques. It's like techniques.
Yeah.
Like we learn our
Precision.
precision and all that.
Yeah.
So I thought, if I start now, by the time I'm 45, I'll probably
You'd be really good at it.
I'll be
You're gonna
good.
be the next Tiger Woods of Indonesia.
Tiger Woods.
Hang on, did you have to buy your own club set or
No,
they just have it rented out?
they rented out for
Okay.
us. But I'm wanting after this course because
You wanting to have your own?
I want to have my own, and I'm only 5'0", so I'm nothing. So I have to get like a shorter clubs and stuff. So Justin said that I will get some. I will get that for my birthday present. So I was like, looking forward.
Justin.
That's something really that interests me though, like
Yes,
golf.
Justin.
Yeah, because
Because I always wanted to drive the golf cart
Yeah, it's quite fun.
more than anything.
Yeah, but we're into this mini golf, so we usually play
wherever
like,
we go.
Wherever we go, we kind of play the mini golf. Even when we went to New Zealand,
Putt.
yeah,
The
the putt. Yeah, it's not like the professional one that you have, like the precision one, but it's just like it's a fun golf, like
Yeah,
a
it's a mini
different
golf.
Yeah.
setting. Yeah,
Like,
it's really
we've
nice.
played in all the mini golf courses here in ACT actually.
Yeah, I think
So
we finished
whenever,
Oh, cool.
wherever
so
we go,
cool.
we just
Yeah.
try to look. Oh, look, there's a mini golf place here. Why not try it out?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, she always loses. Yeah.
I know, right?
Rub it in. Rub
I
it in.
know,
Rub it
I
in.
know.
It doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah,
But
always
it can
picking up
change.
something new.
Exactly.
There's always stuff to learn, be it
Yes.
sport or books or
Yep.
stuff like that. So
It can
yeah,
change.
so
Oh, books. Nah, yuck.
he doesn't want to study anymore. Anyway, okay. What was well, we're gonna finish this off.
yeah.
Okay. What was your last question? That's about it.
No, not yet.
No.
We still
Oh,
have like an
okay.
hour to go. No, just kidding. Now, since you've been here in Australia for a while now, like, what are the stuffs that you appreciate doing here in Australia? Because, like, you basically can't do it when you're back in Indonesia. Things
Yeah.
that you usually can get away with since you're here.
Walk
No.
and fresh air.
Really?
Yeah.
yeah.
There's no like is
Us.
it a bit polluted? in
Yeah,
Indonesia?
it's just really that's. I mean, it's just reality. It's not a very nice. It's like where I came from in this little city in Indonesia. There's just hardly any space to walk. It's either just motorcycles,
Right.
cars,
Okay.
everything.
it's
So
pretty congested.
congested. Everywhere's
Yeah.
congested, and you have to get everywhere with a car and stuff. So I noticed this in my last trip actually going back home. Like I eat the same. I take shower twice a day. I do everything the same, but like my skin's really congested with like just lots of dust. Just like back at home in Indonesia, walk and fresh air is just really
It's a luxury.
precious, is a
Yeah.
luxury. There's no such thing. I mean, in the end, like, you want to do a bit of cardio, there's a treadmill, but nothing beats like just a walk with your dogs
Exactly.
and then open space, and you go like to a park and stuff like that. So nothing beats that. So that one I really like. Whenever I love Indonesia, but like surely there's other places to go to walk for, but like you have to actually drive 2 hours to go to like this, I don't know, hill or whatever that you can walk. But then in Australia, it's made as such that there's always green space.
Yes.
Like there's always a green space in
Yep.
your neighborhood. Like
And the walk path is really like they made it really walk friendly for,
Exactly.
There's
For
a
the
designated
public
walk
pedestrian.
path,
Yeah,
designated walk path, and
Yeah.
there's trees around. There's oval. People
Snakes
do
around.
sports.
Snakes
snakes.
around.
Oh, actually, that's one thing. When we visited New Zealand, I was so happy to do like short treks because there's no fear of
snakes.
encountering
Right.
like venomous
Oh,
snakes
The
when
venomous
you
or
want to go
snakes,
for a
yeah.
walk,
spiders.
lovely. Oh my God, New Zealand is the
Like there's
the
no
place.
deadly.
You
what do
guys
call-
went to Queenstown, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
It's-
nice.
Yeah,
Love
and yeah.
I was like, unlike here in Australia, although this is a very beautiful country, there's like crocodile sharks in the beaches.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
That's why people
snakes
are scared
and
to come here.
everywhere.
yeah.
Then there's random spiders in your house or
Yeah.
sometimes inside your shoes
yeah.
that can just
That's
bite
the
you and
perception of
debilitate you.
Australia.
Mm.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what
dangerous
perception.
animals.
Yeah. Like, why did they all end up in here and there's none in New Zealand? That's unfair.
I think because Australia is the first stop from coming from like history wise, guys. It's probably the first stop from UK going down the ships, and then the first stop is in Australia. Dropped everything.
yeah, and then New Zealand is
New
like,
Zealand
oh,
is the
okay,
second.
let's not bring this to New Zealand.
Yeah, exactly. They just want to be nice.
So, given your busy lifestyle, you mentioned golf and everything. Is there any other activities that you usually do just to debrief you from
Oh, from
Yeah.
like
the stress
life
of
in
work?
general.
From
Yeah.
life.
I like reading.
Next question.
Yeah, well, and I'm pretty active, like sports and stuff. And recently, a friend asked to go to Muay Thai. I met Jay at Muay Thai.
Oh.
So like that was my like trial class. I was like, hey, I know you. Yeah, so Jay was like in the Muay Thai in Fish Week.
Really?
So I was like,
Wow.
hey, stranger, I'm
yeah.
stalking you.
You tried a lot of
Yeah.
stuffs.
Yeah, so I like to stay active, and I'm not
Good
a
on you.
huge fan of like running.
Yeah, no.
Do you like
Yeah.
run? Do you guys like running?
Not really.
No,
No.
Definitely.
no,
It's
neither
not good
do
for
I.
my knees, especially with two
Yeah.
busted knees. No, I can't.
Yeah,
Can't
so
really-
not so
That's
much.
that's why like
running.
we were both into badminton, because that's the only way, like since we came here, that for me that is the most active that I have been.
Yeah.
He has basketball since, and that's good on him because he found a new family and friends while playing basketball, but I didn't have any.
Mm.
So I'm just a cheerer, to be
Yeah.
honest. But when badminton happened, it was just a great change, a shift of
Oh
my
yeah,
my-
absolutely.
my sloth life to an active life.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's
it's
me though.
like-
Like whenever I get hooked into something, I
Yeah.
just devote myself full into it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I never considered trying something else like you doing golf, Muay Thai.
Oh, I
and,
like to try different
yeah,
stuff
no,
for sure. Like but like yeah, but badminton, it's let's make this into badminton podcast because
Yes,
we love
yes.
watching badminton.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so
yeah.
like it's such a like you say, it's a sports for everybody,
exactly.
and then it just brings everybody together.
It's like especially
in-
for Southeast Asian people or Asian people in general.
yeah, like because
We
like
don't have the height.
we have to be like we have to be realistic. Filipinos love basketball.
Yeah,
Like that's a top game sport
they
that
live
we're
and breathe
playing.
Big deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big deal in the Philippines. But here, but like if you think about it, we don't actually have the height to play it. To
Yeah.
play it.
It was,
Like,
no, no,
yeah,
no, no.
well,
It was kind of a what the?
So, what the,
cute.
Bobby? Come here, Baba.
It was kind of a reality check when we got here. It was
Yeah.
like in our province. I was kind of tall, but not really tall. But
Yeah.
when I got here,
For
I
a
was like,
Filipino, he's
holy,
tall.
holy,
He's tall for a
holy
Filipino.
crap! It's like I need
I'm
6
average
more
height.
inches. It's
Exactly.
like not even
Baba,
average. I can
don't
only
fight,
dream of
Bobby.
being that tall.
Yeah,
You're
but are
so
you in a club or
jealous,
anything real here?
Nah, I used to play a lot of
Basketball. But he
basketball
still
league
plays
games.
in Saturday.
So
Yeah.
when I first arrived here, I'm pretty sure we've spoken about this in a previous episode. I actually broke my hand on my
Oh.
first month here in Australia because I got
yes.
I got recruited
Oh.
into like a social team, and then I
Yeah.
played with them, and then
Broke your arm.
so at the second or third game I broke my hand,
Yeah.
and then
And
yeah,
that
she was
was
so pissed off.
yeah, well, because it was very challenging. Because we were just starting as a student, and basically you're a student, you're looking for a job, even though you have a job. Like he injured himself, so he's basically gonna rest for a while. It took him about 2 months, isn't it? 3 months was it?
2
month?
months.
2 months in total for him to have that rested, and he can't do anything like basic things probably, but yeah, not work. So that actually crippled us because financially we're not yet stable. Like
Yeah.
as a student, we can only work for about
20
with our
hours or
yeah.
Mm.
Oh no, 40 hours a fortnight.
A fortnight.
A
Yeah.
fortnight. So that's just really crippling, and that happened, and I was like, no, we need to ask some help because it's not sustainable.
Sustainable.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm just doing the heavy lifting like financially back then. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Enough with you.
He doesn't want to talk about finances.
Actually, speaking of finances, I'm
Finances, yeah.
actually curious. How do you guys save up money, or how do you manage your spending?
How do we manage my spending? So
Okay.
I married an accountant.
There you go. That makes a lot of sense.
So I'm
Justin?
like the worst in terms of like the other day he was trying to explain a
But
simple
you married
concept.
a nurse accountant. There you go.
No,
Nurse
you're not really.
accountant.
You're not qualified.
really.
You're far from being
But,
qualified.
So Justin's
no, but,
actually
but I'm a good saver. Like I
yeah,
save a lot of
definitely you
money.
are. Yeah.
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 Well, you guys should invite Justin in a podcast about money because
Whoa.
Justin is
Justin,
like
just in
that's just-
case. Just in case.
just in case.
We're calling you out. There you
Yeah,
go.
Justin, come
We're
in.
calling
Talk
you
him into
to-
doing it.
Yeah.
I will. I mean,
We would
he's-
like to invite you officially to do the podcast.
All right.
And we would love Fitri to come back and
Yeah,
just do,
definitely.
guest
Well,
again.
If,
Yeah.
if
Yeah,
he
as a
if-
couple.
if he wants to come and he talks fine, and I think he's a
Yeah.
very good guy. For
I'm
it
actually
because
curious
he's-
about from like finance perspective.
Yeah,
Or expert.
and he's very technical.
Because I'm really bad at money.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
That's
am
why.
I. This is why I'm married. Like,
But I guess you know what? I think the question of Roel, where he's coming from, is that technically because you guys, just is it okay if I tell them
yeah,
about
sure.
your background? Like
yeah,
like,
sure.
They have a home in Western Australia, guys, and then now they're aiming for another house in here, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
well,
like,
we waiting off the
Yo-
plan. We've already bought it.
yeah. So
waiting for it to be built.
So for you to be able to buy, like, say, a property here in
upside down.
Australia, what are you doing, Baba? Like to buy a property here in Australia, you have to be basically like,
Very frugal.
we're very
Frugal,
frugal,
yeah,
and
yeah.
you know how to save heaps of money to be able to afford it. So it's just, I think he's just coming
Yeah.
from that point of view.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
How
Yeah.
do
But
you?
again, Fitri is saying I'm not the best person to answer this.
yeah. but I can answer in a grand scheme of things.
Mm.
Like we are quite frugal by nature. Like I mean, we're
Yeah.
Asians.
Asians.
Oh,
we're
not me.
Asians are frugal by
definitely
nature.
not
Oh, definitely. Real's hobby, wasting money, spending money. Anyway, how do we save? Like I think I owe it to Justin and my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law is
Wow.
passed a lot of wisdom
There you
about
go.
saving money.
Uh-huh.
Number one, always vouchers is your best friend. Like you just keep your hawk eye on all the vouchers. Like you know at the behind, like if you go shop at Woolies and the back end there's like food vouchers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you got like 10% off here, 10% off there, and then you buy like for your groceries. If something's in a good price, buy in bulk, and you know that you're gonna use it again, buy in bulk.
Yeah.
And
That's what I do with chocolates. I just buy in bulk.
Yeah,
See, it doesn't really help, hey? And
Because I know I'm gonna use it every day.
exactly,
and,
exactly.
and
Oh,
he's
chocolate is
he's
great.
kind of mad at me because I'm hoarding. So I usually hoard, like, say, dishwashing soap because you're gonna use it again. That's what, what I'm saying. Like, I not really technically buying in bulk, but I buy a couple of things when they're on sale.
Yeah, for a sale,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
Stock up.
you
stock
stock
up,
up
yep.
because it's worth it. And we're very frugal in terms of like because I use Sensodyne, the toothpaste.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, same.
Same.
Indonesia, it's 30,000 rupiah, which is $3,
Yeah, it's
and
very
in Australia, it's like
pricey.
$11.
Yeah.
So whenever I go home, I always stock up on my toothpaste.
Wow.
So that's
we
like
haven't thought of
seven
that.
Yeah, we
$7
didn't realize
each
that.
toothpaste, and you will use toothpaste.
Yeah.
So we bought like kilos and kilos of them, and we stack them up.
Wow.
And this toothpaste has traveled from WA to Victoria and now to Canberra with us, and it's worth it. The $7 is per toothpaste is worth it. That's how also we save money. What else? How
I have a question though.
Yeah.
Were you stopped at the border patrol? Like, why do you have heaps of Sensodyne on your luggages? Like, why? Yeah. Were you
lady,
stopped?
you've only just got what like
One
one set of teeth.
Yeah.
Why do you need so many toothpaste?
So many toothpaste.
This will last me 3 years. I need this. Yeah, so we
Sure,
stock
sure.
up stuff that are more like cheaper value in Indonesia, and we just so that saves money. What else? How else
Like,
do we
do you
save
guys
money?
do like extra hustle to come up
Yeah,
with more money?
like a
You do?
second.
So
you
I'm
do.
4 days a week in Calvary, and
Mm.
I'm 1 day a week in a private
Mm.
practice. So. So private practice is quite different with public hospital. So I get paid. The more productive I am, I get paid. So I
I
get paid
see.
more. So I'm on
By
like the
the quota
incentive
thing,
in the
yeah.
quota, and I'm on call a lot. Like I'm literally always on call, and pretty much I'm like I'm just hustling now until
While you're
this,
still young.
yeah, while I'm still
Yeah.
young, and until the deposit, and then the stamp duty is like, you know, it's just
Fed
really,
off. Oh my god, that's all in our heads. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
we need to hustle because
we need to hustle
we have
because we
heaps of expenses. Like,
yeah.
owning a property is
Expen-
not
yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we're not really like frugal in the sense of that I don't really spend.
Mm-hmm.
I see things as like this is just like how, you know how I don't buy jewelries and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
that's just how we save. Like, I mean, we work really, really hard, and then we cook our meal plan. So like cook, and then never have to like buy, because it adds up. If you buy something
Yeah.
from Zuki,
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh my god, it's so pricey. Yeah,
it's
right?
so pricey. It
Mm.
adds up, and then you just do your math. Okay, if you bring your own coffee, like from home, and
Mhm.
with a little like, you know,
Mug.
like mug,
Mhm.
and how much do you save in a year if you don't buy coffee every day? It's like what? It's
Mhm.
$25 a week.
If you don't buy,
It adds up.
You should actually ask him, because he always sells it to me. It's only like what, $6 if I buy a
No,
meal
in,
from
in
your
comparison
workplace.
to my workplace though, like a full meal would only cost you $7.
Yeah, yeah.
Unlike in your commercial.
Yeah,
Zuki.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Well,
That is true,
Well,
that is
it's
true.
it's a good comparison, but the thing is, like, that's what she's saying. Like, you can actually save up if you actually like bring food from home to
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, yeah,
You just
definitely, no doubt.
it's just prepare
Yeah.
home cooked meals.
Yeah, home cooked meals. And
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I'm a bit. I don't know if you guys are feeling like this as well as you grow older, because
Older. Oh my god.
no, like,
Yeah,
this
I
is like
get you.
honest opinion. I was eating out in Indonesia like, on my last trip, and I
Mm.
just like, and you know how now there's a whole trend about the chef cooking it right before you, and I just see how much sugar, how much salt they put in there, and they like put and then they just put the salt, and you're just sitting there. I'm thinking of, oh my god, hypertension,
High
diabetes,
cholesterol, yes.
cholesterol, blah blah blah.
Right.
So the older I get, the more often I cook, because I can control what enters my body, kind of thing. So
Yeah, so you're
that's
more
what-
conscious.
yeah, more conscious. It's really scary because it does, because you notice it. Like, for example,
Mm.
you eat like a fried, like deep fry stuff.
Mhm.
Your body doesn't lie. Like, you suddenly I've got like pimple here, and they're like, oh shit, I ate too much oil or something, like deep fried. So I think the older I get, which is weird, because when we were younger, we loved dates, we loved date nights.
Yeah.
$100 here, $100 there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, and
easy ass,
easy
yeah,
ass. Like, and then we'll just order wine as well and all that.
We're
and
kind of
like,
guilty of that, like, because whenever we go on holidays, there's no reason for us to
oh,
to
absolutely.
hold back. It's
Yeah.
To
just
hold
like
back.
try
Yeah.
everything regardless
Well,
Yeah.
of
the
how much
holiday
it
is
is.
different.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Holiday is different.
So
I
that's the
guess.
perfect time to spend. So.
Yeah, exactly. You just go all out, and
Yeah.
then
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like before, like when we were in our 20s, it's just then you just notice, oh, why are we not going out anymore? Are we not fun anymore as a couple? But it's more practicality now, I guess. Like with the
Yeah.
Yeah, like-
rather than anything else. It's like-
anything else, yeah. Or like do takeouts rather than like sitting in the restaurant and then ordering food and drinks, and it just adds up,
True.
you know, into hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And
Yeah,
I
and sometimes what I find, if you eat dining, sometimes it's just loud. Like you can't really,
you
can't really
have
enjoy
a
it anymore.
conversation.
Yeah. no
another
conversation.
tip of saving money. Another tip. This is a huge tip.
There you go.
Don't get a divorce.
Otherwise, I'll get everything.
Yeah,
right?
don't get a divorce, because it's scientifically all like, you know, I don't know about
Something to
science.
consider.
Because like you're stronger together financially, emotionally, everything kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, I guess a lot of people have like, you know, crippling finances, because you know you have to pay alimony, you get divorced, and then you're like the
Like,
house.
to be
is
fair, though,
yeah.
that's one thing that hasn't crossed my mind.
No. I know, right? But I guess like, I'm not sure how it comes to you. Like for us, like culturally, we don't really consider it, because in our like as Filipinos, we actually like
Yeah, till death do us part.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's kind of like engraved in us. Like
Yeah.
you know, you find a partner, and that's gonna be there for the rest of your life. But we're also like kind of modernized, like very open, but it hasn't crossed our minds, because it's not an option.
It's
Like,
not an option.
yeah. But the worst comes to worst. If it doesn't work out for you, like don't hold back. Like
Yeah.
If it happens, it happens.
Exactly.
But yeah,
exactly.
but good.
That's a good tip.
Good tip. Yeah, don't get a divorce, guys, because that
I've
will break
got-
you.
That'll break you financially. Because I've got friends who are like going through it, and then they're really
Sorry.
broke. Yeah, I'm just like, oh my god. I mean, I'm just talking. I'm not saying that whatever. It's your
Yeah.
life, your choice, or
Yeah.
whatever. But financially, it does take, especially if you've been together for a long time, and then you've got shared finances, you've got
Yeah.
shared
Yeah.
assets and all that.
Yeah.
That's ugly. Like how you're trying to.
I'm more than
fight.
happy to share the liabilities.
not the
Not the
finances.
asset,
Yeah, not the
Anyway,
assets.
yeah. So that's a very good tip.
Yep.
Stay strong
That's
in a
it.
marriage and then strong financially. I don't know.
Exactly, and emotionally, you guys chose each other. So
Exactly. You
that-
choose
that's
each other
there's a
every
reason.
day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's happiness is a choice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Happiness is a choice.
Yep.
And yeah, but at the end of the day, life is really expensive now. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
you know
Yeah.
what? You become more
Oh my
just
god,
sensible.
inflation.
Yeah.
Hashtag again, inflation is real.
It is real.
Yeah,
It is really
it's,
real.
It's you just have to be.
The cost
have
of
to be
living
smart.
doubled, but then your salary barely
Oh yeah.
touched like
Yeah.
a quarter of increase.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
we
you-
didn't
you've
even
got-
have an
yeah.
increase recently, right?
Very
I don't think we have. Very
Nah.
minimal.
micro.
Very like 0 point something percent.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then the
just
other
in
day,
case.
if you like, if it's 50% off, let's say it's $100 something. If it's
Mm.
15% off, you don't say 50. You actually spend 50. I don't know if you've known that quote.
Yeah.
So
You-
do you really need it?
Needed.
That's it. Yeah.
So yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty much. And then yeah, so again, Justin, he can tell you more about finances.
Yeah,
Save-
true.
Save-
Justin, we would love to
save,
have you here.
He's
That'd be an
he's very
honor.
shy. He's very shy. But finances.
You can always just push him to say something.
I will.
Yeah,
I will.
true. True.
I will tell him tonight. Oh, it was so much fun. You should come.
There you go. Something. Please convince him. Anyway,
All right, nearing the end of this episode.
Okay.
yes,
Um,
there you
this
go.
is what-
Nearing the end. I was like ending it earlier.
No, no,
Like,
no.
what?
nearing the end. So this question we asked this to all of our
Yeah.
guests.
Yes.
So when would you consider yourself as successful in your
Ooh.
life?
When?
When?
Yeah, when.
Yes.
I'm 35 now. As in, when do you
Yeah.
think it's
When do you
successful?
think? Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
There's no right or
it's-
wrong answer.
Yeah, there's no right or wrong. It's your definition of
Yeah,
when.
when would you consider yourself
Mm.
as successful?
I think the definition of success change.
Yeah.
Mm.
Every like
Definitely.
not even every year, every 6 months. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the definition of success. Like I considerably successful, like happily married. If that you've considered that marriage is a successful marriage.
She's
like,
the first person to actually mention about marriage. Like,
Oh,
be
is it?
successful about marriage. Yeah.
Oh, because human relationship supersedes everything. Like I feel that
Oh, yeah.
humans are more important.
Miss
Aw.
Universe answer.
No, but like honestly,
Princess Fitri answer.
stop it.
Okay.
honestly,
The kind of
like,
answer you would
honestly,
get for
as-
people who already have in abundance of wealth.
Yeah. Not really thinking about wealth. Or, yeah, it's just more of a personal relationship. But yeah,
Keep
go
going,
on.
keep
Sorry.
going.
You know what I mean? Like if you
Yeah.
work in a hospital,
Yep.
it's the life and the, you know. Anyway.
True. And then
Yeah.
it's like also, as you said, working in a healthcare environment, you see a lot of bad shit.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
it's
There's
just-
always
It
bad
just gets
eggs.
you. It just gets you. All the negativity say like the diseases, the disease process, especially if they're alone, like they're going through it alone.
Yeah,
That's so sad.
it is
isn't
sad. It is
yeah.
sad. I mean, in sonography, we see a lot of miscarriages and stuff like that. So
exactly. So
a
it's
tough
just very
time.
yeah. You just
Yeah.
want someone to actually hold your hand
that's
and say,
exactly.
like, hey, it's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be okay.
gonna
I'm
be
here
okay.
for you. You are seen. You are heard. To make sure that makes a whole of difference because. No, I mean like.
I'm so touched.
Oh no, but that's
Yeah.
that's like who's gonna be there? Like you're there at the very moment they lost
So-
something. So who are you gonna just like brush off? Yep, next patient. You can't do that.
no.
You have to like
That is
take
so
your time.
insensitive.
Yeah,
I feel like.
so. That's like a huge thing. I mean, you can't teach compassion. That's why
Mm-hmm.
not everybody can do like a healthcare job. I think
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
because you can't you can't teach people skills. You can improve in people's, but then compassion. I think it's just from the core of what you believe in. So
exactly right.
yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm tired now.
But is that,
Success. I think we're all
yeah.
successful in our
Do-
own ways.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Oh,
To be a
right.
good fur mama, like
Yeah.
if my dogs
Yeah.
are healthy, I think that's successful.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So I think like what I take away from what you're saying is that like success should be simple as. It shouldn't be
Simple.
it shouldn't be like a complex thing that like you know you have car, you have the houses, you have the money in the world. It's everyone's definition of success is really different, and it's like however you want to think of yourself as successful, as long as you get there.
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that is a good podcast episode. I'm so happy. I'm so proud.
tired. How did I go?
Oh my god, I think we did really great. It was like really spontaneous, but it was like really like smooth. Like apart from all the disturbances that happened, apart from that, it was really good.
It was
Great.
really
It was a really great conversation. But now we're gonna end it with a big what do you call this, outro, because that's what we do. Remember when we first introduced, like we did introduce ourselves, but now in the outro you're gonna have to introduce yourself.
Oh, what?
Okay, so there's like
But I'll
three
be
of us,
introduced.
and then we're gonna tell that this is the
Featurey.
no. So you,
We're gonna say the CommoNurse
CommoNurse
podcast.
podcast. Yeah, okay.
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 All right.
Again, everyone, thank you for tuning in this very special episode.
Yes.
Once
The
again,
first multicultural episode.
Hero.
So Indonesian, Philippines. Indonesian, Philippines.
Oh, we're gonna take a photo. We're gonna take a photo later.
And there you go. Again, my name is Ruel,
And I'm Sheila.
And I'm Featurey.
and
Yeah.
this is the
CommoNurse
CommoNurse
podcast.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you guys.